Good morning, everyone, and welcome to It's a Matter of Fact with Matt the Funny Man. If you don't know who I am, I'm that guy who uploads videos on the internet. Or does videos on the internet. Good morning, everyone. It's July 4th, where women don't have independence anymore. But people are still going to have cookouts. I already know people are still going to have cookouts. Even though I have seen some videos on TikTok to where it's like, we shouldn't even have cookouts. Just in protest. Don't buy any cookout materials or anything in protest of 4th of July. People are still going to fucking buy shit. I guarantee when I go to work today, our store's going to be fucking packed with people buying hot dogs and burgers and shit. You know what I love? This might be as much as I try my best to not get too political on my channel. You know, obviously I'll tackle a lot of subjects, but when it comes down to like Republican and Democrat shit, I don't like tackling it because number one, political shit gives me a fucking headache. Because no matter what side you're on, well, actually it does kind of matter what side you're on. You're either dumb as fuck or crazy as fuck. For me, I'm just sitting back on the sidelines watching two people fight, and I'm like, both of you guys are fucking idiots. You got Republicans that say, hey, we don't, women aren't having abortions no more. Oh, there's an issue with the fetus and you might die? Tough shit. And then you have the Democrats that are like, hey, yeah, we really need to change this. Go vote. Are you going to do anything about it? Oh, we can, but you got to vote. Can you do something right now? We still got a bit of a ways to go before fucking November. That's basically what I'm being told is, hey, hold out till November, then we can change shit. Change shit now. You have a Democrat as president right now. You know, have him sit down with people and shit. Granted, he's not sitting on his ass not doing nothing. He is trying to do some stuff for some states, but some states are like, fuck it, fuck you, Biden, Trump. But, yeah. Just vote independent. Just everyone who's like, well, I don't want to vote Republican, I guess I'll vote Democrat. You know, there's like 4 or 5 other parties you can vote for. It doesn't have to be Democrat or Republican. You know, there are other parties. They're just not rich. Obviously, getting a reality star and a non-political figure in the White House, that didn't work out for a good 4 years. So, yeah. We thought a businessman going into the White House was a good idea, or a good chunk of Americans thought that. Yeah, that didn't work out. People just got more racist. So, let's try another party. You know, get an independent in there. See what they can do. Let's just get a broke motherfucker in the White House. No more rich people. No more people who took donations. Let's just get a broke motherfucker who has very little political experience, because obviously you don't need any type of political experience to get into the White House. Now you just need fucking money. As much as I would love to do political rants, I don't. It gives me such a fucking headache. I've already had to argue with people on Twitter about Trump, and that gave me a fucking headache, and I'm like, I don't want to do it on fucking YouTube. I'm going to be making thousands of fucking videos, and then instead of a comedy podcast rant channel, I'm just going to be a political channel, and that channel's not for political stuff. My channel is for people who want to get away from that shit for a while, you know? You know, when you're tired of Roe v. Wade and mass S words, hey, here's Raggedy Draw saying I gotta take a boo-boo, son. I'm gonna be honest. This coffee's not slapping like it used to be. I don't know, maybe it's because, like, I've already cleaned out my coffee maker. Maybe I need to, like, do, like, a detail clean. Because all I did was wash the pot. I didn't go, like, up in there and clean it. Coffee's not as slappy. I've made coffee 3 different ways. There was the regular way where I made my coffee, then added the ice cubes, stirred it. Then there was another way, which I've said before, that my wife makes it, where she does the sugar, the creamer, then the coffee, makes it, then pours it over the ice. So then today, I made it how I made it, where I poured the coffee over the ice, and then I added the cream and sugar, and then stirred it. It tastes a little bit better with the way I did it, which is weird because when I originally was making it this way, it wasn't tasting as good. But now it is. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not getting as much dopamine from my coffee like I used to. And I've been feeling this lately. I don't know why. But it's kind of like I'm craving more dopamine high than I normally. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone. Unless you're suffering from ADHD like I am. And my other disorders, it's like I'm consistently craving it. So it's like, if I'm not playing a video game, if I'm not on my computer, give me snacks. Snacks will give me 100% dopamine. Until my brain's like, alright, I'm done. I need a break from dopamine. But it's like, lately, I've been wanting it more and more and fucking more. Like, yesterday, I was not throwing a tantrum, but I was throwing a bit of a fit because I don't know, I wanted something sweet, but I didn't have any snacks in the house. Prisha had some M&Ms. I grabbed a little handful of M&Ms, ate some, and I'm like, okay, this is doing nothing. Maybe make a little bit of iced coffee. That did absolutely fucking nothing. So I'm just sitting there having a fit in the bed, and I'm fidgeting with my hand. She's like, you alright? I'm like, fucking, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm bored or fucking what, like, even now, I'm consistently rubbing my hands together because this coffee is not giving me the shit that I need. So, like, even now, because I was like, well, fuck, maybe I should just record something, do a video or whatever. Looked on Twitter, didn't find anything that wasn't fucking Roe v. Wade type shit. So I'm like, okay, there's really nothing for me to rant about, so no rant video. I'm like, well, fuck it, I haven't done a podcast in a while, so let me do that, and maybe that will kind of tell my brain, hey, brain, shut the fuck up. So, hey, so I'm here. Plus, I haven't recorded a podcast in like a week, so I figured, So, let's see. To start things out, work-related stuff. Nothing really crazy happened at work. I will say I'm getting a little bit agitated with work because of the fact that, you know, we're still filling out all the empty slots from the people that quit. So I'm spending so much time on a register. Actually, here's a little bit of a story. And this is how this company works. So I got written up. Yeah. It's so fucking stupid. So, well, I mean, it's half my fault and half not my fault. The part that was my fault is that I guess you get written up if your drawer is a certain amount of being short. Which, I mean, I get it. But maybe it's just because of the fact that I've worked in loss prevention and I've worked on short drawer cases during my days as loss prevention, where I review the camera, look, and, you know, it's super fucking detailed. You usually have to watch more than fucking once. And I guess just to give you an example, Jason was $35 short. Okay, let me investigate it. So I got to go in and look, and you know how the system was set up is that I could pull up any time a cash transaction was made and the drawer was open. You know, the system was set up to where I could filter out those specific things. I would print out the date and time of each of those transactions, so it'd be a mad stack of papers, especially if it was, you know, a huge cash day. So, like, anytime the drawer was open, which would be, like, pickups, change, or just opened in general. Or, you know, giving out change in cash transactions. So I'm digging through all of those, and then, you know, I'd watch the videos. I'd watch it at different angles, either at the same time, or I would watch the entire transaction in one angle, and then I'm like, okay, didn't see nothing. Let me try another angle. Look, okay. So by the end of it, if I come up with no evidence, or I don't see anything on camera of someone sliding extra money that looks sketchy, or someone literally putting it in their pockets, their bra, their underwear, you know, not concealing money in any type of way, we throw out the case. Nothing found. No worry, cashier doesn't get in trouble. But at my job, I was $8 and some change short. I did get written up for the amount of over $8 because I guess it's split up into amounts. It's like between $4.99 to $6.99, $8.99 to whatever, and so on and so forth. And obviously, the amount of times you get written up for that set amount is limited based on, you know, if you're 25, you know, if you're like 75, $100 over, you know, fired, you know, that type of shit. I'm exaggerating the number, but I feel like the $8.99 or between 8 to whatever, I feel like that was bullshit. I feel like I should have gotten the slap on the wrist and the verbal one, which is the $4.99 to $6.99, because technically I should only be $4 short. I tell you that because I had this couple that came in, bought a fuck ton of sodas, and it was like $75 or $76. And they shortchanged me $4. They only give me $72, and they're like, "That's $76, right?" I'm like, "Oh no, it's $72, and you owe me $4." "Yeah, go ahead, keep the change. Have a good one." And I'm sitting there with the money in my hand, like, the fucking. So when the supervisor came over, I told her what happened, and I was like, "Should I just complete the transaction and put in for the amount, and I'm just short?" She's like, "Yeah, just go ahead and do that." Okay, and then I told the store manager that. I'm like, "Yeah, they just fucking walked out without giving me the rest of the money." And I was like, "Hey, you shortchanged me," and they still proceeded to walk out. So that right there, that $4 is not my fault. They purposely shortchanged me and walked out with potentially one or two things that were free. So that's not my fault. But I still got written up for the whole $8. I should have only been written up for the $4 I was short. No, Matthew did not pocket $4 because why the fuck would I risk a job that doesn't pay me shit for $4? You know what I mean? Like, if I'm gonna fucking steal from you guys, I'm taking the fucking safe. You know? But I still got written up for it, and like I said, I feel like you don't have a case if I didn't pocket the money. And like, even on camera, I count the money twice. So if you see on camera me counting to myself and then counting to the customer, should I really be at fault? Should I be written up? Because I feel like in that case, you can 100%, you know, check your money, all that type of shit. And, like, yeah, you're short. And it's like, well, I mean, are you sure it's not your system? Because even last time I worked, I mean, they don't trip about, like, 10 cents, 9 cents, 5 cents. They don't really give a shit about that. But, like, last time I worked, for example, I was 9 cents short. And I'm thinking to myself, I didn't really have a lot of big transactions that day I worked. You know, the biggest transaction I had, I want to say it was like maybe $50. But I know I gave back the exact change for everybody. So it's like, how am I still 9 cents short? So I'm like, they might need to fix their systems. Because it's like, if it's the system's fault that's not tracking like how much change I have, then that's on them. Because what that's telling me is like, oh, we're writing you up just in case. That's what that comes off as. And I don't like that. Hey, you're $20 short. Did I pocket it? No. Did you see me count all the money to myself and then to the customer on camera? Yeah. We're still gonna write you up, though. And then companies wonder why everyone and their fucking mom is unionizing. Because of shit like that. Like, dude. But I was like, whatever, I'll let the shit go. Told him, like, hey, I'm signing this under protest. But I was like, hey, if something like this happens again, we're going to have an issue, and I'm going to have to call HR, because I'm like... That's like having a gun pointed to my head, saying, hey, open up your register. I open up the register, and then they fire me. And it's like, okay, so you wanted me to die? Yeah, but you shouldn't have given them the money. But if I didn't, I would have died. We understand that. Do you really? Do you really understand that? Because, that's that type of shit they loved. I understand. Like, no, you don't. Or you're just saying this to sympathize, as I'm aggressively using quotations, with me. No, you don't. Guarantee if you had a gun put on your head, you would have opened that fucking drawer. Or if it was one of those situations where if you wanted to try to be a badass, no, I'm not. They shoot you in the fucking leg and they're like, alright, next one's your skull. Oh shit, let me open this drawer for you. Yeah, man, we're going to have to fire you. I got shot in the leg. What do you mean? Because my job's only security is some dumbass over a loudspeaker that's watching the cameras like from 8 towns over saying, hey, no, stop, don't do that. It's just funny. It's funny and stupid. Oh, it's so stupid that it's funny. But what was it? Saturday, I think, had and I guess this is, I don't know, I think it's based on like your own opinion, which I'll respect anyone's opinion depending. If this was either like, hey, they kind of did the right thing, or hey, yeah, that was kind of fucked up, they shouldn't have done that. But I've been on you guys know I've been on probation, and I've told you guys in the past like what I've done. You know how many times I've been on probation at Burlington? Like 2-3 times. And you guys know what I did the last time I was on probation. I made motherfuckers sign shit. So here's what happened. All right, it's a Saturday. I'm thinking, fuck, I'm gonna be on the register all day. Bullshit. One of the people who was a supervisor comes in. And they have their till, and I'm like, oh, you're ringing on this one? Oh, yeah, you're going to be my backup today. Oh, okay. So I'm thinking to myself, fucking finally, I can fucking put on one of my AirPods, listen to music, and just vibe. Because there's nothing to do that day. It's just recovery day. Make the store look pretty day. So I'm like, fucking finally. Because I'm either working or I'm on register. That's what I'm doing 5 days a week. And I'm like, I get no break because when the other stuff is done, guess what? When we're slow, I'm on the fucking register the other days when there's nothing to do. Because there's nothing else to do in the back. Because everything in the back is done. So, I'm happy. I'm like, awesome. Fucking put in my AirPod. Fucking. Man, what you working on? I'm just fixing stuff up. Okay. So, I go up front a couple times, and this person tells me about how they're upset and stuff like that. And the person said that they broke their probation, and I'll tell you the full story when I get through this one, because I kind of didn't know in the beginning about what was going on and why they were on probation to begin with. But she goes, Yeah, I broke my probation, and they took the keys from me, and I'm probably just gonna go. I'm like, what? I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, yeah, I was supervisor. They demoted me. I'm like, oh, that sucks. I've been there. I mean, I haven't personally been demoted, but I've demoted myself at a protest for shit. But I'm like, damn, that sucks. And I was just, like, going, what I should do. I'm like, I mean, hey, do what you. Long story short, because it was a bit of a kind of broken down, long conversation, because it was like every other time I was coming up front. But I was like, hey, you do what you gotta do. Make sure you got a backup plan and, shit like that. But what I didn't know is that it was going to be the same day. I didn't know it was, like, I didn't know. I was thinking, like, oh, well, maybe they'll, like, quit, like, tomorrow or some shit. But no, it was going to be the same day. And when I started putting the pieces together, I'm like, fuck. If that person leaves, I'm going to be stuck on the fucking register. So I kind of was just like, make it tomorrow, because I'm trying to get out of being on the fucking register all day. Make it tomorrow. Like, oh, you have an interview? Did you secure that job? I was like, oh, your interview's tomorrow? Maybe you should, like, hang out today, because I'm like, I don't want to be on the fucking register all day. I don't. But no, they stuck with their gun. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking leave as soon as my ride shows up, I'm leaving. And I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm like, well, I hope your fucking ride gets here at fucking 2 o'clock, because that's when I'm leaving. But no, between, like, what? Like, around close to 9, that's when they called me up front. I was like, yeah, and I saw their ride, because I've seen their ride come in the store before. And they're like, yeah, just tell the bosses thanks for the opportunity, and they just left. And I'm like, fuck! Now I'm gonna be on the goddamn register all day. Fuck! So, told the bosses, fast forward towards me talking to the other supervisor, and I got more detailed. Apparently, this is the second time that the person has walked off from their job. And that's kind of shocking, because I'm like, normally if you just walk off the job, that's automatic termination, like anywhere else you go. If you just walk off and not say a word, then you're basically done. Don't come back. But the fact that, they allowed her to come back and still have a supervisor position, that's kind of shocking. But I guess part of the probation was to be transferred to my location. So then, left the job, but was able to keep their title. And worst thing that happened to you was put on probation. Which, like I said, if I were to try that shit at Burlington, let me say fucking peace out and walk off the job. My ass would have been like, Matt, what are you doing here? You're done. You're fired. I would have been fired a long fucking time ago, because there's been plenty of times I've been ready to walk out that store. And I'm like, fuck, I'm going to get fired if I do that. So the fact that this person, that was a supervisor, walked off the job and was like, yeah, hey, I'm back. That was shocking. But, I guess what also happened is that, not only that, but I can't get my words together. They called out at one point in time. I don't know. I must have not been there that day when they called out. So, normally, if you've never been on probation before, that means, you can't miss a day. I mean, within, reason. But, every state, every company is different. But, if you miss a day, you get written up, automatic termination. That's it. You're done. If you break your probation, that's it. You're done. So, with everything that, keep everything I just said in mind. So, the person called out, so they broke their probation. So, instead of getting fired, My boss just demoted them, took away their keys. So that's your second chance. So then, I guess it was like, hey, do the rest of your probation, demoted. Then after your probation period is over, then we'll see about, giving you your keys back. So it's a temporary demotion. After not only you broke your probation once, like I said, I don't know the details of why they were called out, so I leave that up in the air. I'm not going to judge that. But the first, you walked off your job as a supervisor and you still kept your keys up until the point to where you called out. And then they were like, okay, yeah, we got to take your keys. So that's 2 big fucking chances. Because like I said, if I did that shit, I would have been done. But I guess taking the keys was like their second chance, and it was like, okay, now if you fuck up, then you're done. Strike 3, you're out. So, in my perspective, if I was a business owner, if I owned a company and someone, just... Because if it was me, if you walk off the job, then I'm like, okay, but then you're done. Granted, I would be paying people a livable wage and all that type of shit. But if I'm giving you all this shit, if I was giving a livable wage, health insurance, if I was giving you all that shit and you still walked out, yeah, you're done. You're not coming back. That would have been me. But granted, that's in an alternate universe where I own a company and, I provide all these great services and I give people a livable wage and all that shit. But shocking for a place that's not union to give you 2 chances, first time letting you keep your title, because if you walked off the job and they actually was like, you know what, fine, we'll let you back, but we're taking your keys. That's the other alternative I feel like would have taken place first. But the fact that you got your keys taken away on your second, on your, your second kind of fuck up. But then it's like, not only that, but like, this is the second location where you have walked off the job. And it makes me think, what caused you to walk out the first time? Because, when I've witnessed it in the past for when I was a supervisor at Burlington, when I was training cashiers. I've seen plenty of cashiers just straight up, hey, peace out. I've seen it. Because they're like, oh, customer yelled at me and cussed me out. Yeah, this job ain't for me. Peace. I'm out. Later. Have a good one. And it's like, you don't come back after you walk out, Not only, this company like, oh, well, that person's fired, then fuck them. But you're also like, hey, fuck this company. You treat me like shit. Peace. But the fact that you're going to leave and then come back? Like... I don't know. Like I said, I can't judge too much on that first thing because I don't know what happened to cause that person to walk out the first time. But the fact it took you to walk out twice for you to say, fuck this job. I don't know. Maybe you were in a bad spot and you're like, hey, maybe I did fuck up. I need some money type of thing. That's the only thing that's the only conclusion I'm coming up with, is the fact that you leave but then you come back. That makes you think, okay, money's a little tight, maybe I should at least hold out till I get another job type of thing. But it was them taking the keys. It was like, yeah, I'm done, fuck this, but because of that I had to be on the register for the rest of the fucking day, which pissed me off. Because like I said, I originally got to this job because, number one, it's close. A 6-minute fucking walk from my house. Like, you can't beat that. But I get to be left the fuck alone. I don't mind the, hey, do you know where this is? Yeah, it's right over there. Thank you. No problem. I don't mind being bothered with that. But it's like, when I'm on register, I'm consistently fucking bothered. From old people who don't know how to use a debit card, to someone my age who doesn't know how to use a fucking credit card, to people scrambling for, oh, hey, I don't have enough money. Or the people who are like, I just got my food stamps today. And I'm like, it's the 30th. Oh, it's not the 1st? No, it's not the 1st. Oh, I can't take any of this, sorry. Dude, a whole cart full of shit. You know? It's very annoying, and I don't have the patience for it. I don't mind being a backup because it's broken down into, you know, I'm less likely to deal with more shitheads when I'm backup cashier than when I'm on register for a whole 8 hours. Like, the chances increase, you know? Thankfully, at night, I've noticed that I don't deal with that many. Plus, not to mention, the supervisor, fucking awesome. I love the supervisor. A fucking amazing person. The exact same mindset as I do. I fucking love that shit, dude. Where it's like, man, I'll help these people, but at the end of the day, I want to fucking go home. you know? Okay, this coffee's giving me a little dopamine. Which I'm about too. I'm all about entertaining you guys. I'm all about, you know, putting out, you know, 15, 20 videos a week if that was possible. You know, I love entertaining you guys. I love interacting with you guys. I love talking to you guys. Because, you know, this community that I started damn near 12 years ago, it's so many different people, so many different personalities. And I fucking love you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys have done so much, not only for this community, but for me. You know, you guys helped me out of my depression. You know, you guys helped me out of a lot of bad spots. You guys have done a lot for me, and believe me, I don't think I've said it enough. I think last time I said it was 2 years ago when we celebrated the 10 years of MTFM. But man, you guys helped create this brand 100%. It wasn't just me. Like, I thought of the name, but you guys helped me make it a brand. You know? And believe me, I appreciate that. And to what I was saying, because I kind of linked on, I kind of got away from the original topic I was on. When it was like, I love you guys, and if you guys can give me a break for a couple days, then thanks. I love it. Because I know there are some people who have taken breaks, and they've gotten some comments where they're like, can you upload a new video? It's been like 3 months. And it's like, dude, I'm on break. Let me breathe. Thankfully, you guys aren't like that. You guys know that I'm dealing with a lot of shit, especially lately, because I started off fucking part-time with a lot of free time on my hands to damn near full-time, to where I have to pick and choose, hey, do I want to rest today or do I want to work on 18 videos? And it sucks. It sucks that I have to pick and choose between either rest or making content. And I'm not feeling burnt out, but it's like each day I wake up on a day off, which is fucking ugh. Because I feel like the only time I can really focus on making content is Fridays, Sundays, and Monday mornings. Because Mondays I close, so I don't go in for like, I don't know, another 4, 5 hours. So between the hours of like 7 and like noon, I have time to make some type of content on Mondays. Friday, or what was it? What did I say? Did I say Saturdays or Fridays? Fridays are pretty much like the guaranteed days that I will be streaming. And it's like I dedicate a whole fucking day to that, because I'm like, the rest of the day I want to fucking rest, because I got to go to work at 6 a.m. on Saturday. And that's kind of another reason why I hate the fact, I don't like the work off thing. Because at least with a off work type of schedule, like for example, if I was off Saturday, Sunday, and then I close Monday, dude, that's plenty of fucking time, dude. Because Monday can be my rest day before I go to work. If I were to get off like 2 o'clock on Friday, I could possibly stream, because I would think to myself, okay, if I stream Friday, then I can chill Saturday, do a second stream Sunday, and maybe work on some other stuff, and then chill Monday morning, or, like today, do a podcast on Monday. It's like I have a longer day to either rest, or I'm like, okay, it's early in the morning, I'm off tomorrow, let me record this shit at 6 p.m. Versus on, like, fucking Friday, I don't have until 6 p.m. Because 6 p.m. I'm like, shit, I gotta go to work in, 11 hours. I want to rest because I'm gonna be at work all fucking day. You know? I mean, if we happen to get more cashiers at my job, then maybe I'll kind of have more energy, because being on the register is mentally fucking exhausting. Which is why I truly think and believe why, like, cashiers and stuff deserve to get paid way fucking more. Because you're dealing with a whole new personality every 10 seconds to 2 minutes. You meet, your first customer, super nice lady, pays card, doesn't ask you to double bag. How much is this? How much is that? Hey, thanks, ma'am. Have a good day. Hey, stay blessed. Have a good day. Then you have Joe fucking Schmuck right here, who, like, say, hey, how much is this? Hey, I thought this was 95 cents. Oh, I need to buy a third one? Hang on, let me go get it. And then you're sitting there with, like, 4 other people fucking staring at you like, hey, why aren't you moving the line along? Hey, I'm waiting for Joe fucking Schmuck right here to come back with his shit because he didn't read the fucking tag correctly. Alright, how much is this? Okay, I'm paying with this card, and I'm paying the rest in cash. Okay, how much are you paying in cash? I don't know. I gotta see how much is on my card. Oh, my card declined. Hang on, let me call my bank. I need to see how much it is. Okay, I have $5. Okay, so put $4.99 on this card. Okay, let me swipe this other card. Declined? Oh yeah, I didn't get paid this week. I get paid next week. Go ahead and cancel my whole transaction. And then you get a nice family after that. It's just like, dude, give me $15 an hour, dude. I can't. It's, yeah. I've noticed, too, a lot of people really like ice out here. Since I started I've never worked at any other type of grocery store besides my job, so it's great. Yeah, can I get a bag of ice? No, sorry, we're all out. Oh, like, I've never seen so many people get pissed off for not having ice. It's like, dude, you can make ice at home. Did you know that? I bet I can go on Amazon right now and look up big-ass fucking ice trays. Hold on. Large ice trays. Let's see, you can make 60 mini cubes for $11.98, and it's part of a 3-pack. So we're talking more than 120. Or you got those big square silicone trays like the ones I have, except these are bigger. You get 3 of those. What? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 30. So you make like 45 big-ass ice cubes. Like the big fucking bulky ones you see in the movies. Like, dude, you got options. Or fucking get a fridge with an ice machine. Hey, buddy, you want a beer? Sure. Hey, go in the house and go to the fridge. There's ice in there. You literally, people literally can have a fridge. I mean, unless you live in an apartment, that's a different story, but and I'm thinking to myself, these people can't live in apartments because I can't even fit a bag of ice. Like a 7-pound bag of ice, I can't fit that in my freezer. I mean, I probably could, but I would have to take the trays and all that shit out. But I'm also seeing this person buy like a I mean, unless they got a deep freezer, but unless your apartment's big as fuck. I mean, my apartment, you can't fit a deep freezer anywhere in here. There wouldn't be an open spot for it. It'd be sitting there in the middle of the living room. And then it's like fucking almost $3 for a 7-pound bag of ice. $3! Make your ice at home. Or if you have a house, get one of those fridges that makes its own ice. Sure, a fridge is more expensive. But how long you have that fridge versus every day you would need to buy a bag of ice for something. Add that up. From the time that you get that fridge and you start getting ice, add that up. Add up 7 pounds of ice or worth of ice you get to your fridge is just fucking done and you got to get a new one. I'm pretty sure getting a fridge with an ice machine in it is way cheaper in the long run. It's like, with certain plans, you're like, yeah, I'd rather get billed annually. I'm saving like $70 a year versus paying $12.99 a month. You know, that type of shit. That's what you got to think. Keep in mind, a lot of these people are buying 2 bags of ice. So these fucking people are paying like damn near fucking $7 for 2 bags of ice. And before you think to yourself, like, Matt, what are these people are just doing a cookout? No, these people are not doing cookouts. I've kept track of a lot of people that have been buying ice. I'm not seeing sodas in their cart when they're asking for ice. It'll be like a pizza, fucking some fucking dollar burgers that you stick in the microwave for 30 seconds. Like gas station hamburgers that are frozen and shit like that. And like, yeah, can I get 3 bags of ice? You don't look like you're going to a cookout, my man. Like, what do you need the ice for? You putting a dead body in your freezer or something? That and eggs. These fucking people are crazy, gaga over eggs. I've had a supervisor get cussed out for for a day that we weren't getting eggs. I've had one guy catch attitude with me like, "Hey man, where are the eggs at?" I'm like, "Our vendor has not brought us eggs yet. Like, we don't go out and get the eggs. Like, we get them from a company, and that company has not given us eggs yet." Well, can't you tell them to hurry it up? And I'm like, well, number one, I'm not in charge of the produce department. Secondly, go to the gas station next door. They got the single eggs that you can buy. Gas station has eggs. Or go to fucking Albertsons. There's Albertsons down the street, There's also a Family Dollar down the street, too. You can fucking go right there. It's like a 2-minute drive from here. Jackass. It's so funny. Like, you just deal with so much different clientele. Because I can't even say these people are worse than at Giant. Because Giant had a different group of people that I had to deal with. Especially, like, the credit card scammers. Thankfully, I guess between that time I was working at Giant and now, it's kind of calmed down a bit to where, people aren't stealing a credit card and buying like $8, $9, $100 fucking gift cards. And thankfully, we don't let people purchase gift cards with debit or credit. It's like, hey, I'm getting this card. Can I put $100 on it? No, man, you gotta pay cash. Another thing I've noticed too is that I've seen homeless people buy Google Play cards. I don't know what's up with that, because I've had like a good group of like homeless people come into the store and get like a $10 Google Play card. I'm not sure what for. I don't know if that's a thing, or maybe someone else can chime in on that in the comments. I don't know. I've tried looking it up. I don't see any. I can't find anything. I've looked up like homeless people Google Play gift cards, and I can't find anything. The only place I haven't looked yet is Reddit, because Reddit usually has all the answers. But other than that, I can't find it. I can't find anything, like, at all. So, that's about everything. Everything else in my life has been okay. It's been pretty alright. Can't complain. But now it's time for Patrick's Crazy Corner, or Crazy Cracker Corner. I forgot what he called it. All right, Pat, what do we got today? We don't have that much today, but he didn't send me something that would be worth talking. Oh, actually, before we get started with Pat, because now I'm looking, I fucking saw a Broadway of Rent. And it was fucking good. Fucking good, dude. Who is it by? Broadway Hood, Helping Others Open Doors. And they did like their own version of Rent. And it was really fucking good. It was really fucking good. They, I guess I can shout them out. Today's their last day. Shit, well, there's no point. Well, they were at the center of Southern Nevada. That's where we went to go see it. Oh, June 28th to July 4th. Wow, I thought that'd be a lot longer. We saw it opening night, which was nice. But they plan on doing Lion King next. I don't know when, but it was like the month after next. Well, it was really good because I enjoyed the original Rent movie, and I've never saw the Broadway, but their version of the Broadway was based on the main Broadway that's in New York and shit like that. So that was nice. They sang really good. Acting was great. I really enjoyed it. We're not gonna pay. That needs to be the theme song. So he just titled "Here's Another One, Bro," and this is the original post by the Young Turks. They're a news outlet. I see them every once in a while on YouTube. It might recommend it or like on Facebook and stuff. Oh, excuse me. And it says Amazon wants Alexa cancel to sound like your deceased loved one. That's yikes. I wouldn't want my Echo to sound like my mom. That'd be fucking creepy. But let's see.
In this companionship role, human attributes of empathy and affect are key for building trust. These attributes have become even more important in these times of the ongoing pandemic, when so many of us have lost someone we love. While AI can't eliminate that pain of loss, it can definitely make their memories last. Let's take a look on one of the new capabilities we are working on, which enables lasting personal relationships.
Alexa, can Grandma finish reading me The Wizard of Oz?
Okay. But how about my courage? Asked the lion anxiously. You have plenty of courage, I am sure, answered Oz. All you need is confidence in yourself.
Yikes.
As you saw in this experience, instead of Alexa's voice reading the book, it's the kid's grandma's voice.
Oh, James, that's not Grandma. That's not Grandma. Don't do it. Bro.
Okay, and the rest of it's just like an interview and stuff like that. But, yeah. No. No. I don't want the voice of my deceased mom talking to me. Like, hey, Mom, what's the weather like? It is 3 degrees hotter outside. Like, no, that's creep type shit. Even Simon woke up from that shit like, what the fuck is he sleeping next to me? He woke up, what the fuck was that, dude? Nah, no, I'm good, bro. I'm good. No thanks. I don't want any. Like, I get it. The thought of it is nice. I get that. You know, keeping your loved ones alive and stuff like that, you know. I get it. Especially if it was someone that, you know, pretty much I get it. Other than that, the only newsworthy thing to like even talk about is California became the first U.S. state to legalize street prostitution. Yeah, he just Gavin Newsom signed what SB 357. I'm assuming that's the technical term for it. That legalizes loitering in public places with the intent to commit prostitution. I guess in a way it's kind of like decriminalizes it. It's kind of like weed, where it's like, you know, you can have some weed on you, but you know, don't have a fucking, you know, meth lab behind it type of shit. And 4th of July is fucking trending, of course. Which I'm pretty sure a lot of people are not too happy about America right now, because it's just becoming a fucking shit show. And the fact that, like, from what I've been reading and shit, other countries are doing, like, the exact opposites. Just like, you know, with the whole mass S words that's been going around too. Canada's like, yeah, we gotta lock up more guns, dude. You see what's going on in America? Yeah, let's lock up some more guns. Let's make it harder. The UN denounced the Roe v. Wade shit. And it's like a crime against humanity and shit. It's just... it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But I think that's going to wrap it up for me. I'm going to rest up, get some breakfast, and get ready for work today. But I appreciate you guys hanging out and listening to me blabble for almost an hour. Make sure you check out all the links in the description and all the stuff that you see appearing on your screen right now. Take a look at all that stuff. Click any of that stuff. There's a lot to watch. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.